developed a second wind, or just wind. I am in the crazy world of politics seems to rumble on. I don't take massive amounts of notice because it's just game in it. But sometimes it's nice to have a little comment in it, looking at the craziness that goes on. Again, in the last week or so, it's been the usual shenanigans in between so-called America and their friends and other countries in the Middle East. Most notably, obviously, Iran and the killing of this general in Iraq. Apparently it's okay to murder someone in another country with a drone strike. That's fine, unless it happens in your own country, and then obviously that's terrorism, but hey, we can all justify things there. And then obviously there's this whole so-called retaliation of bombing somewhere either empty or a place where the troops were able to get to their place of safety long before any missiles hit that Iran did into some US air bases, whatever, inside Iraq. So then that happened, and underneath all that I saw on the news there was this plane had been shot down again in Iran. And I thought, surely they're going to make a big deal out of this. But it just seemed to originally it just seemed to go nowhere, like no one seemed to notice. It's almost like, but it's happened before, isn't it? I can't think, there's a couple of instances where there's a Russian plane, wasn't there? Got brought down while there was stuff going on in Syria, I think, and then I think another one I vaguely remember. Weird, isn't it? How little people's lives mean the whole geopolitical games. But now obviously it's obviously going to get pinned on the Iranians at a later date, which kind of buys and buys from what I was going to talk about. But I don't know. You can say what you want about the Iranians, just the same as you can about the Iraqis, the Libyans, and the Syrians in terms of their so-called leaders. I don't know. You kind of go by what the West tells you, and you can find at least something to balance it out by using the old World Wide Web. Just depends on how much third-party information you like reading. I've never been to Iran, Iraq, Syria, or Libya, or wherever to actually experience what living in those countries was like with those people. I wouldn't necessarily want to go to much of Libya or Iraq at the minute, once you've seen the effects of what having Americans and that does to those countries, and also, Syria. But I'm sure that there's lots of instances where things aren't as bad as the Western media and its governments would have people want to believe. It's very easy, isn't it, to have a 24-hour news which and saturate the news with words such as regime and dictator, even though at different times those same dictators and regimes have been allies or friends of the West when they were complying with what was wanted. There's plenty of pictures of Saddam Hussein and American politicians shaking hands, as there was with Gaddafi, as there was with Assad, and so on. It's just when other agendas are in play, and suddenly the best way to get public opinion swayed is to demonise people. And the hypocrisy comes from people like President of the United States saying he's looking out for the people of Iran while also completely discriminating against them in the form of these sanctions, which are in different instances, from what I gather, starving and depriving those people who aren't doing anything other than getting on with their lives the same as people in America or in the UK or wherever else, or Europe or whatever. It's depriving them of medical care and essential services and so on. All because what? Because they live in a certain place? Is that the right thing to do? Is do a slow kill on millions of people a way of getting what you want? Isn't it just a kind of a really nasty, pathetic, full bullying in the biggest kind of sense? Again, it goes back to how we treat people. Again, I keep saying, the way we treat each other. They're people living on a planet. We're people living on a planet. Is it right to do that to people? You know, it's alright to talk about Iran or Iraq or wherever else with human rights offences and get on your pedestal and say, oh yeah. I'm sorry, who's the two probably biggest human rights violators in that area of the world? Well, you've got the House of Saudi Arabia, absolutely prolific in their human rights abuses. You don't even need to check that hard. And of course, the power behind it all anyway, Israel, and its constant human rights violations against the Palestinians whose land it is. Not that necessarily anyone's land, in the grand scheme of things, it's just a bit of mud, but I'll be picky for a minute. And that's okay, it gets justified because it's allowed to be. But as soon as public opinion is needed to be swayed against people, there you go. There's your demons waiting. Oh, they've got different coloured skin. Oh, they've got this file, they do this and they do that. They've got a different belief system. Oh, so on. It's so easy, especially when you've got someone like School Bully Trump with his big words and his tweets full with capital letter words. Wow. What, like, you think you shout because what? It's not because people are deaf. You have to shout because no one really wants to hear what you want to say. Again, what can really be learned from all this? Truly. What is to be learned? What is the mirror that we can hold up and say about all this? Surely, again, it's just enough. Is it actually doing anybody on this planet any good? Is the constant threat and the fear, is it really a way of doing things? Do we really have to keep on doing it? Do we really have to have other people's differences used as a way of manipulating us to dislike people? I don't know. I don't think so. But that's what the media and government and so on are all about, isn't it? And hey, it's all outdated, isn't it? All needs to go.